Welcome back to a
Let's get
special
ready to
episode of
rumble.
Fair Play Fellowship, where we are talking about fantasy football, and actually about
Playoffs.
playoff. yeah, yeah, exactly. So here we are. We don't have
We're here.
much of a frame or a schedule for this episode, other than a couple pictures of matchups and whatnot, and maybe we're
Other
gonna
than
go.
dropping some dookies on some of y'all's heads
Yeah,
about how
yeah,
this
yeah. We're
season
gonna
went.
talk some trash. We're going to, go over people's wins and losses, not their actual wins and losses, but their figurative things that really crushed their spirits during the season, and things that uplifted their spirits during the season. So, without further ado, I'm gonna start by just adding this picture to the stage, and this is the playoff teams.
Let's go.
This won't really make sense for anyone other than the people in the league, so you are welcome to watch if you're not. Um, and we're happy to have you. We'd love for you to be entertained by this content, so it makes us make more. But this stuff is this is for friends. So up here at the top, we have Ethan.
Shocker.
It'll buff. Ethan, it'll buff. He somehow always makes the playoffs, even though he sucks.
Somehow it buffs.
It buffs, which is the
Shout out to
worst
Ethan for the
team
original
name
name.
in the league. It's so bad. Yeah, it'll buffs back.
It's not. Look one square down. Listen, bigger PP Pierce.
Yeah. I mean, okay, you're right. That's the
It's
worst
just
one.
so bad because it's such a piggyback off of Big
I
Baller Branson.
know. Yeah, and Big Baller Branson's not listed here because he sucks this year, and he didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. I was
Um,
looking for his name on there as soon as you pulled it up and nothing came through. But
yeah. I mean, I have another picture that shows the toilet bowl and the
we'll get there.
teams that
We'll get there.
are there. So yeah, that's Ethan. It'll buff. Somehow he makes the playoffs. I mean,
I'm not
all
over
but
the name thing yet.
one
I
of the
gotta
year.
attack Jacob a little bit more
Well, I
because
was
not
going to go
only are
square
you
by square, but go
piggybacking,
ahead.
sorry, it's just
No,
that
no, go ahead.
you have such a great option in the
Yeah.
exfoliators to
Yes.
throw it away for something that we all hate.
Mhm.
Change it back and
Yeah.
stop playing around.
Yeah, I don't know why he's kept it like that. Like, at no point has anyone been like, "That's a great name," and he just keeps it. It'll buff
We all
has
trashed it.
almost yeah, it'll buff has almost grown on me because it is so dumb, and that I guess that works. But yeah,
It's
bigger P.
It'll buff
Pierce.
is better than but that's the thing, like, he changed to It'll buff, and somehow it was an improvement
Yeah,
from the previous year.
from
Do you
what
remember
was
what
it?
it was?
Paintball gun condom. Yeah, Ethan doesn't know how to name a team, I guess. Dude, you know when that happened?
That's
I
the worst name of all time.
whenever
I gotta try to
when we
not wake my
were
kids up, but that name is so bad, dude, it makes me wanna scream.
no, when we were paintballing in Canton that one time, I
Yeah.
took the little thing that goes on the paintball gun, and I was like, "This is basically a paintball gun condom." And Ethan was like, "That's a great name for a fantasy team." And I was like, "Yeah," thinking he was kidding. And then next thing you know, he names his team that.
Hey, that
So
was a
yeah,
fun
it'll
trip for anybody who wasn't there. We all literally watched Ethan's ankle snap in half
yeah, it
and
was
then
fantastic.
roll back into place, and then he
Yeah, it was
wanted to
pretty
continue
crazy.
playing. I had to stop him because we're in fire academy at the time. So I was like, dude, I'm
Yeah,
responsible for you first and foremost because my sister is married to you and she told me to watch you. And then you go and do something stupid like this. And at
yeah.
that time, he said it'll buff, and it did.
Yeah,
So
it buffed right out. Right in?
see, this name has origin. It has authenticity and
See,
meaning, and that's what exfoliators has.
right. Well, the thing with it'll buff though, just in terms of it being a team name, I get there's something to it, but we gotta workshop it, and it needs to be something that makes it sound like a team name. Like it'll buff is just a
The,
phrase.
the thing is though, it yes, it's just a phrase. But Ethan is actually so bad at fantasy football and then somehow it actually buffs. And it's like, that's what makes it not such a terrible name, because it
Okay,
works.
that's fair.
All right, let's
Yeah,
keep
I
going.
mean, whatever. Josh's Timeout FC. This is Josh's team. Honestly, let's start with the team name. We workshopped this
6
for a
out of
long
10.
time, and it's not bad, but it's a bit of a mouthful. I feel like there's still some improvement that can be made. He likes soccer, and he gets put in timeout a lot in Discord because he doesn't know how to behave himself. So that's why this team
Ohio
name.
manners.
Yeah, he's from Ohio. He wasn't raised right. No offense to your parents. I'm sure they're great, Josh, but um, for the sake of this video, we'll just go with that. I mean, Josh's team, he's the number 1 seed. I feel like he drafted pretty well, and then he made a trade with. Hold on, let me find him. He traded pocket change to get Saquon and George Pickens. He traded Scattaboo and Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was decent. It wasn't horrible. However, it was Scattaboo got hurt, and then Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones comes back, so he got Saquon and George Pickens, and George Pickens went on a run there for a while where he was doing really, really good. So, Josh had a good draft, and then he turned it even better.
Yeah, but he wasn't the top scoring team. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he got a little lucky, and for those of you watching, I texted everyone. The people who are watching probably know this because you got a text from me. But Josh, when I asked him, what's one thing that made you get to where you are in the season? He said, and I quote, I got lucky. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. He said, and I quote, for real, Puka is a big reason why. I think I made the right trades at the right time, apart from Drake London, and then in parentheses, although it could still work out, good matchups and some luck. Respectable answer. He he did good this year, obviously. He's the number 1 seed, so props to him. He's never won a championship. This is his 4th year in the
Keep
league.
going. Go down the list here with people's explanations. It'll buff. Ethan currently
Yeah. Ethan never
doesn't know
responded.
how to work a cell phone. Yeah, he doesn't know what a cell phone
Yeah,
does, how it
Ethan
works. He's kind of
actually is so bad at fantasy football, despite being the 8th seed and making the playoffs. He's quitting the league. He's like, I can't keep up with you guys.
and that's why we had to crap on him.
Yeah, exactly. But Ethan didn't respond to my text, so have no idea why he ended up here. Obviously, I went through everyone's team, and one thing I'll say, 2 things that got him to where he is. One, he traded, what's his name? Warren from the Colts, the tight end. Can't think of his first name right now. For Dallas
Tyler.
Goedert 3 days after the draft. And Goddard
To Spencer.
to Spencer. And Spencer's a notoriously sketchy
Thief.
trader. Yeah. But Warren, he was hyped going into the draft. He was drafted in the 7th round, I believe.
Mhm.
And Goddard was a 12th round pick.
Yeah.
So it was, 3 days after the draft. What are you thinking?
It made no sense.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up
But you
being
know
not
what?
horrible. It'll buff.
It buffed.
Yeah, somehow it buffed. Goddard ended up as the 8th tight end this year, Warren as the 4th. So, I mean, it wasn't as huge of a drop off as one might think. Their average points per game is like within a point, but it was still just a
It's just
stupid
crazy.
Yeah. Somehow it worked.
Everybody was high on Warren because of where he was draftable preseason.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, for the Colts offense to be what it was the first 10 weeks of football,
Right.
it was just, man, what a terrible, terrible trade.
Yeah, horrible.
That to me wins the award for worst trade of the year, just because
that's
the
a bad
season had
one.
started. Made no
Yeah, it's like you
sense.
have nothing to go off of except for where you drafted them, and then you made that trade. And,
Mhm.
whenever we asked, he was like, Spencer said something about Warren being a rookie and Goddard being dependable, and, that just made sense to me. Bro, what? No,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. It made no sense. There's
So,
no defending it.
yeah, Ethan's team MVP, Josh Jacobs. Round of applause for Josh Jacobs. He did great this year. And, he's probably the reason he made the playoffs. Josh's team MVP, Puka Nacua. No question about that.
Yeah, that dude's a dog.
Yeah, fantastic. Moving on, we have Jacob, bigger PP Pierce. And this name is bad. I know we talked about it. But Brett, his team name has been Big Baller Branson for the longest time. And like last year, maybe 2 years ago, when Jacob played him, he thought it'd be funny to change his name to Bigger PP Pierce. And then it's just stayed that. He went on a little run of making fun of everyone's name as he played them. That got old really quickly, and then he decided Bigger PP Pierce was the one he liked the most. But unoriginal, change your name, figure it out.
Yeah, I think he was exfoliators to start the season though.
He
This
was. I
year.
mean, he was weed whackers at one point,
Oh, that's right.
which
That's
is
right. Yeah.
better than
And
exfoliators.
that's Chef's kiss.
Both of those are great.
Yeah.
Both of those could be great names. I might change mine to the exfoliator. No, I
Since we're
wouldn't.
live on YouTube, let's go ahead and tell this weed whack story.
Oh man. So when Jacob Jacob, when I asked him, I texted him and he actually responds. And he said, actually, Jacob is one of two people who needed a further explanation before he could answer. Because my question was pretty vague, I guess. I said, "Why do you think your season went the way it did?" He said, "What do you mean?" And then I said, "If you had to attribute your season to one move you made that got you 7-7, what would it be?" It could be a draft pick or a waiver pickup, yada 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 yada. He said, "I don't know. It's a game of chance and matchups. I only lose 2 games this year." Dude, Jacob doesn't know what he's talking about. Later he
Go
said,
ahead, read it,
"I
read
would."
it.
Okay, word for word, he said, "IDK. It's a game of chance and matchups. I only lose 2 games this year where I didn't play the right players to win that game." Jacob's on a 5th grade reading level. So I responded, "So you're saying you were lucky to be in the
Keep trying,
playoffs?"
Junior.
Yeah. Yeah. He thumbs down that comment, and then he said, "I would say it's my wide receivers, Adams being number 1 in receiving touchdowns and St. Brown always being consistent." And then he said, "But Achane is such a beast."
Yeah. Adams really surprised me this year just because
Mhm.
I feel like Matt Stafford gets so locked in on his wide receiver ones that it literally just sucks dry the opportunities for
Right.
other receivers. But yeah, Adams has been an absolute stud. Definitely someone like I think about some of the biggest busts of the year, and it may not be true statistically, but for who they are supposed to be, like Saquon Barkley, what a
Mhm.
disgusting year. And I know that when this season's over, he's going to have the 1,000-yard marker on his
Right.
season. And Jacob's going to text the group and say, "Hey, guys, actually, he had a 1,000-yard season this year. He did pretty good." No, he
Right.
didn't.
Yeah.
Watch football.
Yeah. He didn't do what he's capable of doing. Like, he had a down year for Saquon Barkley. No question.
Yeah, we all
Um,
thought Devontae Adams was on that decline of
right.
his career, and then to do what he did this year was just fantastic.
Well, Devontae Adams, I mean, he has 20 touchdowns. That's crazy.
Yes, that is
Like,
crazy.
that's I mean, no one could
And
have
you got
predicted
several
that.
weeks of football left.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we got 4 they have 4 more games to play. So, he's on
What's the
pace for what
record?
is that? Um, for receiving touchdowns, I think it's like 26 or something like that. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
I think Randy Moss holds the record, with the Patriots. Unless that's been broken since. Maybe 23, 24. I don't know.
Anyways, you can go ahead and keep going while I pull
Anyways,
this up. Oh, dude, it's
so
23.
was it Randy Moss?
Yes,
Okay, I just wanted to
2007.
test my
So
ball
Devontae Adams
knowledge.
has a legit chance,
He should
and
break it.
not just he should break it, and especially with
Yeah.
the quarterback like Matthew Stafford, who's intelligent enough to know, like, oh, I could get this guy there.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the
Man, that's
bets are
crazy
right
though.
now, and we're gonna have some gambles in the Discord pretty soon over
Yeah,
that.
that's actually crazy because like Randy Moss's season that year, I remember it being way better than Devontae Adams this year.
Dominant, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
but sometimes you just catch touchdown passes. That's all it
Yeah,
takes.
I mean, it helps when you have Puka on the other side of you,
That's
taking all
true.
the attention.
That's very true. Anyways, Jacob is playing Justice. Shout out Justice, Teabaggers. 4th year in the league.
Fantastic
0-0.
name.
Ethan, this is his 4th year. Josh, his 4th year. Jacob has been in since the very beginning. So he's been in the league. This is his 9th year. Next year's our 10-year anniversary. We take gift cards. Justice, year 4. One of the newbies has also never won. Actually, none of these 4 people have ever won that we've talked about so far. Jacob's
4
been begging
years.
for it.
We need to talk about this.
Yep.
I think 4 years is pushing that limit of being allowed to call yourself a newbie.
For sure.
And this whole talk of him coming in as a newbie and dominating and being the
You're right.
most hated, blah 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 blah. Like Bryce
Yeah.
said, won at year 2. Guess who won at year 1? Guess who had never played fantasy football before? Year 1, baby.
Nobody had played fantasy football before year 1 except for me.
Year 1, baby.
Maybe the Twins who aren't in the league anymore. But
oh, I bet you Brett played.
Yeah, Brett probably played. But multiple people hadn't played before.
Sure.
Anyways.
I'm just saying. I did it.
You did it.
Next.
I'm proud of you. I mean, that's all you got to say about Justice? Nothing else? Okay, so Justice was the other person. Justice was the other person who needed a further explanation. It's no shocker that those two needed more explanation, I feel like.
Yeah, so we do need to explain his name for anyone that's watching. Yeah, this guy's like way up in some tea company. What's it called? HTO?
HTO, yeah. HTO. So shout out HTO. If you want to sponsor an episode.
I'm from Canton, Texas. We don't have an HTO. So I just stick to some good old fashioned Lipton. Decaf, especially great flavor.
Sure.
But yeah, fantastic name. I mean, come in, teabaggers. You have the GIF of Batman dropping bombs on some criminal's face. I mean, great job. Yeah. I will applaud you for that, Justice.
That is
go ahead and take this L this week.
To Jacob? You think so?
Yes.
Okay. That's fair. I think that's a possibility. Their game should be pretty good. Yeah, Justice, when I asked him what made his season go the way it did, he said, I think the early moves I made in the year to acquire the pieces that I did, like Rice, Jalen Warren, and drafting the way I did helped me a lot with my record. It was a bad start. He started 0-6. But I think I made the right moves to get into the playoffs. He finished 8-6. That's impressive. He won.
That's what's crazy about his season. His first 6 L's, there was a lot of bad luck involved. But going forward, he had so much good luck involved in being able to win continuously and get into the playoff position that he's at.
Right.
And his team did a good job. So I'm just joking. Yeah, he earned his spot here. But usually when someone has that bad of a go to start a season, to come back from that with all the amount of good luck you would need to do that is just bizarre.
Yeah. Well, so he drafted Jamar Chase number 1 overall, which, great draft pick. I think a lot of people would have made that pick. And then Joe Burrow gets hurt. And it's like, you wouldn't make that pick if you knew Joe Burrow was going to get hurt. So I said his winning move, if he's going to win, it's going to be because Joe Burrow's back and Jamar Chase is going to be Jamar Chase. So I think he's got a pretty decent chance. He's got a pretty high scoring team. I think of his side of the bracket, he's probably the favorite. I mean, you're saying Jacob's going to beat him in the first round. So, but I think
He's
I would
projected
say
to.
Jacob's projected to win.
Yeah. Not by much. It's a close battle.
It's
but
ESPN projections. Who knows?
I don't really care about the projections or like the what is it, pro football stuff that y'all share?
Yeah.
The percentages, stuff like that. I'm like, who cares? Because who's going to predict a 50 burger from Kyle Pitts? Like that stuff is just so anything can happen. So I always just think of what narrative do I think is going to unfold? And I can just imagine in the Discord the amount of crap that Jacob's going to talk to Justice if he pulls off this win week 1.
Yeah.
But, whoever. I'm happy.
I don't know if these are still the projections.
I don't care who wins. I'm not scared of any team in the playoffs. Like, it's whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
No, honestly, I feel like getting drawn. I hate that we're playing each other. And I hate it because we both have won before. You've won twice. I'll give you your trophies, your flowers, or whatever. But no one else in the playoffs has won before. So there will only be one champion in the next round of the playoffs, whether that be me or you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I don't want you to win a third one, so I'm rooting for the first timer, unless it's me, obviously. But yeah. So I don't know if these are still their projections, but these were their projections.
You're telling me if me and Jacob made it to the end, you would root for Jacob?
Yeah, I would.
No. That's horrible. I'm used to it, guys. I'm used to it.
Well, you can't. Gabe has won twice. No one else in the league has won twice. And
say it again.
There's plenty. There's, I think, 7 other people who have won. 7 other people who have won once. So, like, we're getting there to where it's likely. Or no, 6 other people have won once. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd root for Jacob. I think if it got to a point where Jacob was the only person who hadn't won from the very beginning, we have 3 people like that. Skylar, Isaiah, and Jacob.
That's how I feel about Skylar.
Like, yeah, well, I don't care which one of them it is.
Sorry, Skylar. I know. It's just funny. Like I want all of them to go 20 years without a championship. It's just too funny.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Isaiah's also not in this picture. I changed the picture. Isaiah's also not in this picture because he's in the loser bracket as well. And Isaiah's seasons are very, like, up and down. He has been, I'm skipping all over the place, but he's been in the third place game a ton. He's never finished third.
Wow.
I think. And then he's been last a couple times. So, but yeah, so that's Justice.
Yeah, just to set the record, I've been first twice, second once, I think third once, and then fourth once. I don't know about third.
Yeah, I would not trust Gabe on this topic.
I've gotten second.
I don't think you've gotten second. I think you lost to Jacob, and Jacob got second last time we did this calculation.
Well then it was first and then third.
I'm looking it up right now. Start talking to fill the time because I can't let you get away with this.
Well, I'll go ahead and share since we're the next 2 teams that are up for how we got to where we are. I told people pre-draft party that I wanted the 8th round. I wanted pick 8 in the draft. And everyone's kind of like, well, give me your top 2. And I was asking people, just tell me, where do you want to pick? I said 8. And I went in with the strategy, which was pick 3 running backs first. Just go heavy, which was very against my tendencies that you like to, share with the group and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say I expected different running backs.
Lucky.
I did get lucky because the very first pick I wanted Ashton Genty. And wow, What a
You went number
blessing that
2
was.
overall. Yeah. Anthony
Yes,
put you
Anthony,
second.
thank you. Thank you for being bad at fantasy football. So, yeah, but I will say, like, Christian McCaffrey came to me and I picked him and half the room laughed, but
Yeah,
I was willing to risk it for that biscuit, baby. And
right. It's
then,
a scary pick.
yeah, with the next pick, I wanted Chase Brown, and Chase Brown got snagged, and I ended up with Jonathan Taylor. So I do understand that there's some luck there with like how it unfolded, but regardless, it was my strategy to go running back
Mhm.
no matter what. And the way that it unfolded for me was just beautiful. And then the rest of my draft was really good too. I mean, I drafted Jake Ferguson. I didn't understand why he wasn't projected higher from
Mhm.
ESPN analysts with how just consistent he's had a relationship with Dak Prescott. And then drafting Rashee Rice is my biggest regret, trading him away. I feel like if I still had him on my squad, especially for what I traded away for, they ended up being injured players. What a shame. So I'm sorry, Rashee Rice.
Well, it's
Still
okay though,
dislike you though for your life choices, but
because
so
Rashee
anyways,
Rice is home with me.
yeah.
Quickly to interject, Gabe has
Mhm.
won twice. He's gotten 3rd once and 4th once.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close, but you were throwing an extra 3rd place finish in there or something. So you have 3 top 3 finishes. Guess who else has 3 top 3 finishes? Me. I've won once and been 3rd twice, so I know it's not the same, but, I'd like to.
Yeah, it's not. I have the highest average ranked finish
So,
out of everybody.
how about this? If
Mhm.
you're counting based on when we became a 14-team league, I
Nope.
have only finished in the top 3. So, 3rd, 1st, 3rd. And then this year, who knows what could happen. So, I am the most consistent over the with the current fantasy settings
That's
format.
cool. I'm the most consistent over an entire decade. So I'll
Well,
just
I
say
don't think I'd say that. You're kind of a little bit down right now.
highest win record of all time, highest finish of all time, highest scoring team this season. It's just nonstop. I mean, getting into the playoffs is a joke. It's easy. I just expect to be there and I'm there. I expect
Yeah.
to draft good and I draft good.
Yeah, I
It
don't
is
know.
what it
Me
is.
too. Me too. Um, anyways, let's see what I wrote down for you. Gabe, yeah, drafting
Mm,
CMC and JT in the first 2 rounds. I mean, that's crazy. Like, it's crazy that they both have just remained healthy and gone off. And it's crazy that Daniel Jones ended up being good. Like, that was so great for Jonathan Taylor. Um, and yeah, neither of them got hurt. So, and then picking up Burrow and Mike Evans when you did for free. No one even challenged you over getting them. You got them a little early
yeah.
before they were back from injury.
Yeah, it was
So
crazy. It
that's
was kind of just on accident. I can't remember if it was Garrett Wilson or Joe Burrow first. I think it was Joe Burrow. But I just remember looking at every once in a while I'll get on the players list and
mm,
just at the end of a Sunday we'll scroll through just to see the bottom guys that just
yeah,
randomly scored 17 points.
right.
And I
Yeah.
got down to Joe Burrow and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." I had no idea when he was getting back, so I just clicked on his name and it said in a couple weeks like he had the desire to play for Thanksgiving. And I was like, "Oh, dude, that works out perfect." Because I was looking at
Yeah.
Jordan Love's schedule and didn't like how he had been performing. Picked him up. And then I was like, "Dude, what other players are on IR right now that are actually going to come back end of season?" Garrett Wilson, his coach said that he planned on having him back by the end of season, but that it was up to team doctors. And then I saw that Mike Evans was going to return. So I
Mhm.
was like, dude, I'm going to do this every year where I get up and look at people who are 2 weeks away, add them to my
Yeah.
squad if it makes sense. And
Mhm.
wow, shout out Mike Evans, my boy showing up tonight.
Yeah, so
22.
I took this screenshot before tonight's game and before Marvin Harrison Jr. was ruled out, so he's still right there in your flex spot. But Gabe ended up playing Mike Evans instead, and, oh, we got a comment from Matt C. 8887. T-Law versus Jets or So what's that? Trevor Lawrence, or Purdy versus Titans? What do you think?
I think that the Jaguars are a low enough team to take shots for shots with the Jets and have more likely of a chance of a shootout versus Purdy versus Titans. I think they're going to get up big. Second half's going to be uh, a slower game because they're just going to be running out the clock, trying to stay healthy, especially the Niners with how much health concern they have and the position that they're in. I don't think that once they're up big, they're going to be shooting down the field.
Yeah.
So
you played Purdy.
no, I'd play T-Law.
Oh, right. Because they're going to be up big, so they're going to be running the ball a lot. I understand now. I think Purdy's probably
Yeah,
the
I think
safer
I think
pick. T-Law is the
yeah,
higher ceiling.
yeah. It's playoff. You got to shoot for it, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, depending on who you're going against, and you think you're going to need to put up a ton of points, T-Law. If you think you got it in the bag, maybe Purdy.
Well, and
So,
T-Law with his connection with Jacoby Myers has been nice.
yeah, that's
So
a shocker.
it is shocking. You keep thinking this guy's going to go off with Brian and Brian Thomas Jr., Travis
Dude, what a
Hunter, and
letdown.
it's like, dude, where's the connection at? And then Jacoby
Yeah.
shows up, and it's like, what the heck? This guy has chemistry with this dude. It's kind of strange.
So,
Anyways,
okay, we've talked about your team enough. Let's get to me. I am the owner of the greatest team, Commission's Bishes. One of the greatest names there's ever been in the league to this day. And basically, guys, 10 years ago, I begged my friends to play fantasy football. And they were like, I don't know, it sounds kind of dumb. Like, I like watching football. And some of them didn't even like watching football. And I was like, give it 1 year. If we hate it, we never have to do it again. If you get bored halfway through, you don't even have to set your lineup. We'll just call it what it is and we'll be done with it. But Gabe won, and that might have been the best thing for the league because he was like, I have to come back and win again. Spencer, again, not in the playoffs. We'll talk about him later. He had never. He was more of a college football guy. Him and his brother Skyler. He had the first pick in year 1, 2017, when Dak was a rookie, and Spencer picked Dak Prescott with the number 1 overall pick because he didn't know what he was doing.
crazy.
And then he got second place, made it all the way to the end, and played Gabe and lost. But so that's a little bit of history behind this league. It's just grown from there. We have a written playbook. We have applications out for whenever, we have an opening, like when people like Ethan quit. Obviously,
We have a guy offering large sums of money to get into the league.
Yes, I have a friend who, going into this season, was like, if there's any way you can fit me in, I will pay you $300 to be in the league. And I was like, dude, I'd love to take your money, but a 15-team league sounds crazy. It would be very hard to just fit a 15th team in, and I'm not going to kick anyone out who doesn't want to be kicked out. So, but anyways,
Yeah, and what it has grown into. We started off as fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
And then we decided that, hey, if you're going to be a part of fantasy football, then you have to download GroupMe. And then from GroupMe, we can communicate and get the league running and make sure that we're get together so that we have an annual draft party. And then it turned into a Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're here. Here's a Discord of everything that we have going on with our league friends. We have a couple of extra people in here as well that are just close friends that we trust to be a part of everything that's going on. Mm-hmm. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 channels that cover sports, books, entertainment, food, random political stuff, movies, prayers, flex zone, and workouts. And when I'm not kidding, these channels are active every single day. And I habitually check it. I have no notifications for Discord, but I check it as if it's just like the back of my hand.
There was a Discord Wrapped, and I think I sent over 10,000 messages this year or something crazy like that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So, yeah, the league's fantastic. We love everyone in it. We're sad to see you go, Ethan, but kick rocks. Just kidding. Okay, rapid fire. Matt's questions.
Yeah, let's see what
Amon
we got
Ra
here.
as wide receiver 1.
For wide receiver 2,
Okay.
Jameson Williams for
He's got
safety.
Amon
Diggs.
Ra in his
Man,
wide
here's
receiver
the
1
thing with
spot.
Diggs. I'll be honest with you. So I have Diggs currently in my wide receiver 2 slot. We're a 14-team league. I am so disappointed with how things have gone. I
Yeah.
thought that once he had his revenge game with Buffalo,
Yeah.
I didn't expect that every single week, but I thought that, specifically Stephon Diggs seems to be this wide receiver that just has that dog in him. When you go back and you watch the play on the Saints with the Vikings, like he's just that dude that fights to be a number one.
Right.
And with Drake May, that dude is just a total distributor. He does not care who the ball's going to,
Mhm.
doesn't target a wide receiver one like a Matthew Stafford. And I'm playing him really out of necessity. And if Marvin Harrison was healthy right now, Stephon Diggs would be on my bench. But so I would say Diggs is out. I would definitely take Jameson over Diggs, and I would
Yeah.
definitely take him over McLaurin just because the Commanders haven't been very explosive on offense. And with the Lions, yes, he could have a bad game, but they could also score 45 this week, and
Yeah.
nobody would be surprised.
They're playing the Rams though.
Yeah, good defense, but I mean, I just look at matchups, good team versus good team, bad team versus bad team. Those are the simple formulas for
Yeah.
shootouts. And
Absolutely.
when you're playing wide receivers, that's what you're looking for.
Well, the Commanders are playing the Giants, a 2-win team versus a 3-win team. So Terry McLaurin might go off.
That's true. That's
I
true.
I
I just
but I
trust
agree.
the potency of the Lions offense to
Yeah.
produce more.
Yeah. I'd go Jameson Williams. And I'm starting Jameson Williams in one of my other leagues. So
Yeah, Diggs at 50% on the field, I can believe it because he's on my team and he's been playing for me the past 10 weeks and he has been underperforming. It's
yeah.
sad.
Dude, I remember when that revenge game, I was like, oh my gosh, Gabe's team is gonna be so good. I mean, it's turned out pretty decent, but it could have been
It's the top scoring
nasty.
team.
Yeah. That is true. But anyways, so I didn't even talk about my team. I just talked about the history of the league. My
Oh, yeah, sorry.
MVP, that's okay. I got
We,
distracted.
we're going to have to go faster on the loser bracket.
Yeah, for sure. My MVP, I have to give it to Javonte Williams because he's the only person that I drafted that's still on my team. He's been consistent, and my running back room after the draft was not consistent. I had Javonte Williams. I drafted RJ Harvey, and RJ Harvey was nothing for the longest time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a disappointment. And then I made a couple trades to bolster up my running back room and got into the playoffs. I started, Justice says he started at 0-6. I wasn't much better. I was 1-5, and I'm in the playoffs at 7-7. So I basically threw the
Yeah. I
last
will
game to you.
say, when I saw our matchup, I was like, dang, I hardly recognize this roster because
Yeah,
I
me neither.
remember early in the season, it was like, I looked at your team and I was like, this guy's team looks like it's from JV football.
It's
And
horrible. It
then
was so
when I
bad.
checked this week, I was like, oh, dang, our projection's actually pretty close. So I
Well, I
like your
had
team
my
a lot, actually.
I like it. I mean, I think I said this before. I think whoever wins our game could win it all. Like I
Well, of
think
course you think that.
Well, I think I have a
Of course.
complete team, and I think my team is complete, and you have
Uh-huh.
CMC and Jonathan Taylor. So, like, despite your wide receiver holes, like,
And Brock
those
Bowers.
guys
Thank
and
you.
I got George Kittle this right before the playoffs. So, look out. Could get nasty. We'll see. Mike Evans did good for you, so, um,
Yes, he
yeah.
did. All
Anyways,
right.
moving on. We got
Stink
Brady,
buns.
who is Stank Buns, and that team name, I can't even explain it. I think it's like his PlayStation gamer tag or something, but it works. It works for him.
I guess so. I've never really thought about it.
Well, he was Stank Buns, and then I think he changed it at one point. and then changed it back. I don't know. There was a Scott's Tots at one point, but which is a good name. But with our league, we like to keep it fresh, keep it original. Scott's Tots is
Keep
a
it
great name
OG.
for a regular league, but in a league like ours, you got to come up with something a little better.
Mhm.
So stank buns it is.
Let me.
Not bad.
I need to pull up their game is basically over now,
Yeah, yeah.
which
Oh,
is
yeah. I don't have the screenshot with the points on it, but let me just find it. Here it is. And right here, this tight end, Kyle Pitts.
who is that? Who is that guy?
Yeah, Kyle Pitts. I've never heard of this guy until today. We're being sarcastic. But he put up 50. Nobody saw that
Yeah,
coming. So
50 in our league because of our bonus system.
yeah, so we have 3-point bonuses for getting 100 yards, plus some bonuses for tight ends getting first downs. It's like
Mhm.
it's half a point for getting a first down,
Yeah,
just to balance out some of the power and like making trades more tight ends more valuable for trading. So,
yeah.
anyways, yeah, Brady, his projection went from 132 to what is it now?
171,
Yeah,
51.
yeah.
That
So I
is
mean,
gnarly.
that's crazy. I mean, Pitts put up
I mean, what do
50.
we do for Skyler? What do we do, man?
Skyler,
Do we
are
pray
you
for
even
you?
trying, Skyler?
Father God, you help this man. Amen.
Amen.
Skyler, you got to prepare better.
Yeah,
Prepare better for Kyle
yeah,
Pitts, dude.
right. I mean, you
Play
knew that
some
matchup was
defense,
coming.
dude.
Yeah, you knew that matchup was coming, and you did nothing. You just kept them open, and Brady went off. Kyle Pitts went off.
And Bucky
Um,
Irving came up shallow. So,
yeah. So, I mean, I was gonna say I have Brady's MVP written as Gibbs, but after tonight, maybe it's been Kyle Pitts all along. No, it can't
yeah.
be. He traded for Pitts, so um, his MVP definitely Jahmyr Gibbs. And I
I mean,
said the
Kyle
thing
Pitts the
that
past 3 games, 52.6, 16.5, 17.7. The
mhm.
dude is averaging 10 targets over the past 3 games.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not bad. I mean, that's the power of Kirk Cousins, man.
Yeah, he slings it. So Brady had a great response to my question. Why do you think your season went the way it did? He said, Lad got alphaed by Keenan, and the
Mm,
Chargers O line is all practice
so
squad guys.
bad.
My RBs and Drake steadied the ship. And yeah, I mean that's exactly what I was asking everyone for, and about half the people didn't understand what I was asking. So um,
Yeah. Hey,
but
shout
Drake
out to Herbert, and I specifically want to call out Josh here because I know he's the biggest Herbert hater of our group.
mhm, mhm,
Shout out to another guy that I've also sent a couple of reels to some of y'all, but the JV show, just a small YouTuber that talks football every Sunday. Most of his takes are really great. He put it so well the other day. I was watching his show, and he said that Herbert is going to be the next Matthew Stafford, the player that is a fantastic arm talent
mhm.
that the team does not do enough to surround him or protect him. And then he's going to go to another offensive system with protection and talent, and he's going to win a Super Bowl immediately. That is what's going to happen with Justin Herbert.
I could see that. I mean, yeah,
So,
I think
anyways, talking about Lad just made me think about that. But Lad,
yeah.
I don't know. Even last year, I wasn't really huge on Lad. Like going from last year into this one, I was like, dude, he's just
Mhm.
so small.
Yeah.
Like I felt like, and this is worse because like he's been healthy, he just hasn't been great. But I kind of saw him taking like some of those early Cooper Cup years where like
Mhm.
half the season he was hurt, half the season he was awesome just because of his size.
Right.
But man, he's turned out worse than that. He just hasn't played well.
Dude, I'd loved having him last year, but that was last year.
Well, he was on your team, yeah.
Um, and I think one of the best moves Brady made was trading for Drake May, because he got a top 5 quarterback somehow. and he's always been high on Drake May. He's always talked about him. So he wanted his guy, and he went and got him.
Yeah. I think preseason, I can't remember. I think Jacob was the one that was anti Drake May. But I was pro Drake May. So was Brady.
Mm,
So was Brett. And Brett was very anti JJ McCarthy. And man, he was right about that.
dude, yeah.
Goodness, that dude's been a pile
What
of
a
dookie
trash
this year.
can. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so Brady's been in the league like 5 or 6 seasons, maybe. Not from the very beginning, but he is a
Great addition.
great addition. Love having him.
Brady, talk a little more. I love your voice. I love hearing from you. You need to talk a little more in Discord, man. I'm like, this is a smart kid, dude. I need to hear this dude.
Smart kid. What is he, like 25?
I don't know. He's probably Isaiah's age. But
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We're getting older and the league's getting
might be
younger.
older than Isaiah. I don't know.
I really don't know. I don't think so.
I really don't know how old Isaiah is.
Isaiah's got to
We
be
joke,
like
we
what?
joke about it, but I'm always like, is
He
he 4
could be
years younger
24.
than me?
Yeah. No, he's like 3, I think.
3.5.
Well, I
We'll
think
call
he
him 3.5.
graduated the year after us, but he was young for his grade. So maybe he's just like 2.5 or something.
No
I don't know.
way. No.
Yeah, it's not as big as a jump as it felt big whenever we were 20 and he was 18. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. He just hadn't turned 19 yet, and we were like, dude, you're only 18? And then he's been 18 for 10 years now. So
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, moving on from Brady, Skyler. Man,
I think it was
Skyler's
week one. Week one on the Discord, I said that I loved Skyler's team. And boy, was I right. He's got a good team.
yeah, he
All
drafted
for nothing,
very
though.
well. Yeah,
All for
Kyle
nothing.
Pitts. Oh man, yeah. Skyler drafted a really good team. Jackson Smith and Jigba. What a great draft
Stud.
pick. Yeah, he's been fantastic. And he got him in the 3rd round. So when you draft a guy like JSN in the 3rd round, it's hard to lose.
Yeah.
So Skyler's been we joke about Skyler because I think he got second maybe 1 year. And then after that, I think he made the playoffs once or something. And then he's just been bad for years and years and years. Just
Mhm.
doing everything he can to avoid last place. Which
How many punishments does he have? 2 or 3?
It's definitely it's at least 2. It could be 3. Let me see. Because he did it this past year. And then I don't know, but he doesn't do anything fun. He just eats the wings. He needs to do something better. He lost
We
in
need like a Will of
22.
Doom or something.
Yeah, I know. We talk about that all the time, and then it doesn't get done. But Skyler's been bad. I was right there with him for a long time. Full disclosure, for the first 6 years of this, first 5 years, I didn't make the playoffs. I got
Yeah.
last one
I thought
time.
you were super consistent, though.
Yeah, super consistently not making the playoffs. But
Uh-huh.
if you look at point totals, I was up there with the highest scoring teams. It was bad luck like 3 of the 5 years.
Sure.
But anywho, Skyler, I'm sorry that it happened to you. I'm sorry that Pitts did that to you. You didn't deserve that. But something you did,
Fatality.
yeah, is bad. That you poor man. You were thinking you had a strong team going into the playoffs, and then Kyle Pitts.
You had a
scores
19% chance, bro. 19. Greater than everybody.
Yeah, according to Fantasy Pros,
For
Skyler
nothing.
had the highest percentage to win it all this year. And then Kyle Pitts
Kyle Pitts hit him with that. Are you sure
manhandled.
about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, dude, I would be so mad. Like going
Oh,
into
I'd be
Thursday
pissed
night
off.
football, like you
I would mute.
go.
I would mute the Discord for probably the whole week. I would not check Discord until Tuesday of the next week.
Yeah, yeah. Going into the weekend knowing that I mean, unless Brady has some duds, like some real duds, like under 5 points, and you have a good showing from all your people, like not looking good for Skylar. So going into the weekend, that's tough.
Yeah.
Like
All
you're
right.
excited
All right.
about
Real
playoffs
quick,
and it's
we need
done.
we need to run through the winners bracket real quick. Let's give our prediction for who's the winner
Okay.
because I don't think we actually said that.
Yep.
All
Okay.
right.
So
Middle Buff and Josh's timeout FC. Go ahead.
I got Josh.
Same. Next.
Jacob and Justice. I got Justice.
I got Jacob.
Okay.
No homo.
No, it is. Me and you. I honestly, I'm picking you because of Pickens, and looking at your
Because of
receivers.
Pickens.
I mean, because of Evans. Don't know why I said Pickens.
Okay.
Like he put 22 up, which is, I mean, that's a great score from your flex position. And then you have Diggs and then Sutton.
Yeah.
So I know they're
That's the thing about my team is that and why like I believed I was lethal from the start. And I'm not trying to take up too much time on my team. But I have locks at running back.
right.
So I have 3 wide receivers. I just need one of them per
Mhm.
week to pop
Yeah.
off and do well. And the other 2 can just be average because the running backs
Mhm.
will carry me with my tight end,
Mhm.
getting me the average 15, 20 to compete with anybody. So
Yeah.
that's what's dangerous about him. I just need one great player each
Yeah.
week to
I
step
mean,
up.
the year I won, that's how I felt. Like I had great waiver wire pickups to where going into the next year, I think 5 of my starters were drafted in the first round. Like it was
Yeah.
an insane run. But I felt that way where it was like I had these locks at running back, and then I had 3 receivers. I just needed one of them to really do something for it to be. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
picking your team, because even if Sutton and Diggs put up 8 points, like JT and CMC, they can put up 30 each or more.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
I
I'd pick
agree.
it.
I understand it's the cocky take, but
Yeah.
for this
I
week
mean,
specifically, I like my team.
yeah, I would love to pick my team, and I will say I won't be surprised if I win.
Me neither.
Um, but I think odds are you win. Which I hate saying that. I want to
Yeah.
win. Um,
All right.
Anywho, Brady and Skyler.
I'm gonna go with Skyler.
Yeah, okay. Um, no, Brady. You
Hey,
got
hey,
50 from Jets,
hey. Sorry, bud. Okay.
but yeah, I got to take
Hey,
Brady.
hey, at Skyler. GG. That's what he sent me whenever he beat me. I was like, oh, this dude's gonna piss me off so bad. When he beat me mid-season, he just tagged me and said GG. I was like, oh, frick you, bro. All right.
That's funny. No, it's
Literally,
got to be
my dream scenario, Skyler, is I wanted you in the playoffs. And then when I beat you, I was gonna hit reply on your GG and just say, GG, bud. It
it could
just
still happen.
come on now.
Yeah, yeah.
50
If
from the
Skyler does
tight
win.
end. From the tight end, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's take it back to the top. We got Josh, and I'm picking between Josh and Justice, and I'm taking Justice.
Oh no. Let's just leave it there. Next week we'll
Oh,
do it again.
next week we'll cover it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're pretty late right now. We're
Yeah,
54
yeah.
minutes into this.
Okay, yeah. Let's
Let's toilet
quickly add
bowl it.
this toilet bowl.
All right, let's talk about these suck bags, the bottom of the barrel of the league.
Yeah. Y'all are gonna get way less time on this because it's already been almost an hour. So,
Sorry,
suck.
bros. Next time
This
we'll do
this
better.
is one of the consequences of sucking. So you got Spencer, been in the league since the beginning, won once. gotten second once, I believe. He's been one of the consistent people in the league for the most part. He's had like a couple down seasons, maybe, but he's usually in the playoffs. Not this year.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I mean, he had a bad season. When I asked him, I mean, I honestly, Rico Dowdle, dude, we can sum up Spencer's entire season with what he did with Rico Dowdle. He spent, let me find it. Let me find it. I wrote some stuff down. Spencer spent 109 of our $200 of fab on Rico Dowdle. And this is a blind bid, so he thought other people were going to bid on him. No one else bid on him. So that was half his fab gone. And he did it, right after Chuba Hubbard got hurt, I believe. And then Rico Dowdle had his 200-yard games back to back. Then Chuba comes back, and they're kind of splitting it, but Rico's clearly the better running back. But Spencer's like, nah, they're splitting carries, and drops him after like 24 days. He had Rico Dowdle on his team for 24 days. And then right after he drafts him, they announced that Rico Dowdle's going to be the feature back. So, bad player management. You got to know your team better, Spencer. You lost the locker room.
Yeah,
So,
that is rough. I don't think it's the worst free agency move just because he went high on the dollar amount. It's
sure.
kind of like when a team believes in a quarterback and they draft him in the first round, and it's like, why'd you do that when this guy's projected second, third round pick? But then they end up right. It's like, well, okay, well, I can't really crap on you then for spending the money.
Right.
But dropping him,
Yeah, dropping him's the real mistake. Like,
that one hurt. And like, for who?
mm-hmm.
For who, Spencer?
I don't even know.
What happened to you, dude?
I don't even
Used
think
to
he
be
picked anyone
riding the
up.
top. You used to be riding the clouds with your boy. I was cloud
Yeah.
9, you were cloud 8. I look down and I wave at you. And now you're in the crust of the earth, dog.
Can't even see you. Yeah, so Spencer had a down year.
Yeah.
Sucks to be him. He has a new baby.
116 on Darnell Mooney. I will say, whenever Kirk Cousins was put at quarterback, I thought Darnell Mooney was going to pop because,
With Drake London out.
yeah, Drake London out. And I think that they've connected before with some good chemistry in the previous seasons, right?
Yeah, I think so. And
I thought he was going to do good.
I mean, I feel like just in tonight's game, it felt like Darnell Mooney was, I don't know. He's such a speed guy, and
He's small, man.
yeah, he's small. Like he had the fumble that somehow got recovered by him. I guess I don't even know how that happened, but
That was
I
crazy.
felt like two of those plays where the Falcons fumbled it. It looked like the Buccaneers recovered, and both of them got reeled the Falcons' ball.
Dude, that game was crazy. Like,
it was.
the Falcons had so many things go wrong, and
Yeah.
at the same time, so many things that went right.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, 2 failed 2-point conversions,
Yeah.
2 fumbles, 200 penalties,
Yeah,
and
bro.
somehow at the end of the game, the last 10 minutes, everything functions.
Kirk O'Chain.
I mean, that was some predestined stuff.
But hey, that's what we want. We wanted the Buccaneers to lose.
Yeah.
So
Trust me, I'm a happy man tonight. I got Mike Evans popping, and I got a Falcons dub for hopes of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'm living it right now.
Yeah.
I'm living the dream, Mom.
Okay, so moving on from Spencer.
Okay.
Isaiah.
Sugar Shack's Pack. Great name.
Sugar Shack's Pack. Good name.
Bootstrap Bills. Great name.
Oh, yeah. Both are great names. But I will say Spencer Bootstraps Bills, not about it. Just change it back to Bootstrap Bills. Because you don't need the straps, in my opinion. Sugar Shack's Pack. It's a newer name. And I'm here to make people better. So Isaiah's had some bad team names in the past. It's good that he finally found one. he's had this name for maybe 2 or 3 years now, but he was like Dak's twin for a while. Huh? Like, I guess he looks like Dak, but what kind of team name is that?
Oh, I guess he kind of looks like. Oh
But
man.
yeah, I mean, Isaiah, I feel like he's been bad at fantasy the past few years. Like,
Yeah.
I think he's
Step
lost it.
up, big dog.
Yeah,
Step. You can't
he's
keep
just
blaming church.
I
Don't be
know.
blame.
He's like, I'm a
Don't be blaming
pastor. I gotta preach
church.
on Sundays. Like, okay, dude. We all gotta be at church on Sundays.
Yeah, I gotta
We all have
listen.
jobs.
I gotta
Yeah,
stay awake.
right. Yeah. Yeah. And then he's like, I have 2 kids now. Yeah, there's people in our league with 4. No, there's not.
Yeah,
3.
number
John's
3
not
on
in the
the
league.
way.
Yeah, you have the 3rd on the way. So,
Yeah, about to get cray
yeah,
up on her.
I mean, but he's just not been good lately. I feel like I offered him so much to get CD Lamb back from him. I gave up CD Lamb to Isaiah, and he kept saying, "I can't." Not he wouldn't, but he physically was not able to hit accept because it was CD Lamb.
That's more understandable than you giving him away.
I agree when I gave him away. I mean, it didn't work out. I ended up losing to Skylar. I was in that, I was at 1 in 5 or something. So I was like, every win counts. CD was on bye. I needed to make a move. I ended up losing by 3 points or something. So ended up not working out.
Yeah.
In retrospect, it was the wrong move. But had I beat Skylar, I would have felt like that was the right move. I got like Nico Collins and a couple other pieces for him. So it's been okay. But I think that's why Isaiah's been bad. Like, objectively good trades were offered to him, and he said no, just because it was CD Lamb.
Hey, be a man of principle. I respect that.
That's fine. You can respect it. He in this game, I think I don't even know who's going to win that game. Actually, they're both so
pull up
bad.
their teams. They're both so bad. Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Isaiah and Spencer.
Oh man. What happened to Egbuko, dude? I don't know how to say that guy's name.
Egbuka?
Yeah,
I think I got to go with Spencer though. But CD's playing.
Let me see here. Yeah, you got Lamb. You have the Bam Knight.
Mm-hmm.
The Brian Thomas Jr. who's freaking taking a backseat to Jacoby Myers.
What a bad man.
What a bust. Yeah, he's up there for top bust with Saquon.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say what Spencer said.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so to my text.
Based off of these texts, I'm going to decide the winner.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
He said, I wasn't patient enough with my running back room. That's pretty much it. Had I kept a couple of them, I would be sitting pretty in the playoffs. And then he said, Chase, Brown, Rico Dowdle, and Jalen Warren were his downfall. All 3 of those guys could have been starting running backs, but he was impatient. So that's Spencer. And then Isaiah said the major sophomore year slump of BTJ and technology screwed me by making me draft Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt.
That's true. That ended up being a horrible pick.
Yeah. He picked him in like
but it's his fault. He picked him.
Yeah. I mean
you
he was
this is not make believe world. You cued that guy. Whether it was on purpose or accident, you did it.
Yeah, you picked him. You were really high on him secretly. And then as soon as we all were like, dude, what? You were like, oh, it's an accident. That's must have been what happened. But yeah, so it was just a bad season for Isaiah altogether. Ended up 5-9. Not great. I mean, I think I'm picking Spencer's team to win that game. So Spencer wins, which means he's safe from punishment. Isaiah would then move on to the next round of the toilet bowl
I'm
because he
calling the
lost.
upset here. I'm going Isaiah.
Okay. That's fair.
I think Olave, Lamb have great games,
Mm-hmm.
and Bo Nix is at home. I think he puts up the points he needs to put up, and I think that the Eagles continue their downfall. And I think Jalen Hurts busts again, but not as bad as last week.
I mean, he's so bad though.
Horrible. Dude's not
Okay,
even a
that's fair.
leader, I don't think.
I'm still taking Spencer.
Okay.
Moving on. Bryce, Thick Moms. Great team name.
Great name.
Very Bryce.
For no reason, just trust us. It makes sense.
Yeah. For for whatever reason, it makes sense. He put it like that and no one questioned it. He made that his team name. We were
So
like, all right, Bryce.
Everyone was like, fantastic. As soon as
Yeah.
Thick Moms went up
Yeah.
and the logo of Mrs.
Yeah.
Incredible, everybody was just
Yeah.
applause.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, Bryce, his team looks really bad. If you just run down his players, I mean, he's starting Marcus Mariota, Rico Dowdle, Chris Rodriguez, who? Michael Pittman, Wando
Looking at this
Robinson.
team, this is how I felt about your team early in the season. I was like,
Mhm.
golly, this looks like garbage.
I had CeeDee Lamb and Drake London early in the season, just so you know. But you weren't high on Drake London, which was
Yeah.
a mistake. I mean, I think I got to take Brett in this game. Let's see what Bryce said to my text. So he said, I asked why his season went the way it did. He said, probably because I drafted a dumb, crappy Eagles player in the first round. Thanks for bringing it up.
Hey, that might be the best reason that I've heard so far. Bryce is winning this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he drafted Saquon in the first round. And like we said earlier, Saquon was he had a fine season, but not a Saquon season. Like the drop off.
I wouldn't even call it a fine season. I think he's had a legitimately
I think he's still an RB1, like he finished RB14 or something. Like if
yeah, he had like one big game that brought him back.
Yeah.
But from where he was last year.
I mean, yeah, it's super disappointing as a first round pick. You could have had Achane, JSN, Jonathan Taylor was available. CMC was still available, so lots of other options were much better. And then Brett's downfall, according to Brett himself, was number one. He gave me a list. I love this. Number one, Neighbors injury. Absolutely. That sucks. That was his first round pick, I think. Or was that his second? He drafted wide receivers back to back. I think he picked Neighbors. And he got hurt. Number two, McCarthy getting hurt and sucking. Yeah.
Getting hurt?
He says McCarthy hurt / sucking. That's what he said.
Yeah. Him getting hurt doesn't have to do with your team being bad because that dude was going to be – if you had McCarthy, your team would have done even worse if you were healthy.
Yeah.
He's just trying to build that thought of my team's bad because of an
Yeah. No, he
did a suck job drafting.
His team not good. Number three, Dobbins injury / Rashid Shaheed getting traded kneecapped my team in the backstretch. Number four, having the second most points scored against him.
Well, it took you to number 4 to get to something good. Let's see.
But guess who had the most points scored against them by like 100 points? Me,
I don't care.
and I'm in the playoffs. You just said it was something good. So,
Yeah, because his previous 3 reasons were dookie.
oh,
Yeah,
that's fair.
Malik Neighbors is a beast, but he was going to have Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart giving him inconsistent games because Russell Wilson's washed and because Jackson Dart's a rookie. And when you have a rookie quarterback, you're going to have and a rookie running back that's fresh legs, like Scattaboo, you're going to have run heavy games,
Mm-hmm.
including Jackson Dart rushing the ball. So
Um,
Malik Neighbors, not a great pick, in my opinion. Would he have been a top 10 wide receiver? Yeah, sure. But should he have been your first pick? Not like Christian McCaffrey, which you laughed at like a buffoon.
so
Give me
he
Bryce
also
this week.
traded away Trey McBride for J.K. Dobbins. So that's a pretty great move right there, Brett.
Great season, Brett. Better look next year, kid. Try to stay relevant.
Yeah, Brett's another. He's won before. He has been pretty consistently, I would say, from the people from the beginning, Gabe, Spencer, and Brett are the people who have been in the playoffs the most, and they've each won. Gabe's won twice. I know you'll say it if I don't, so I have
No, I'm
just.
laughing because Brett's in the comments.
Oh, glad I stayed up for that. Yeah. I mean, McBride for Dobbins. I don't know why you did that.
I
I know
was
McBride
wondering if you
wasn't.
were still there, Brett. I'd given up on the thought that you were still there, but
But we have, yeah, one viewer and it's Brett. We got up to 4 earlier, just so you know, and we had
dude, we had Matt C8679 reaching out to us. That
no,
was pretty
just
cool.
8887.
Yeah,
8679
no, I
is
was
the
just
phone.
making it up because I don't care
Yeah.
about who he is.
Matt, thank you for the comments. Like and subscribe if you ever come back and watch to the end of this.
Watch Survivor, bro.
Yeah, if you watch Survivor, we cover lots of Survivor. And we can cover anything you want. Maybe. I think I'm taking Bryce as well. I think, yeah.
Because Brett's live in the comments.
Yeah. I guess. I'm taking Bryce just because Brett's annoying me in the comments. I'm kidding. But I am taking Bryce. I think Bryce wins. Now, I'm really
Yeah,
excited to
I,
get.
I agree. Dart would have been even more amazing. Will, you're the guy that's supposed to share these comments on the screen.
Oh, yeah,
How
yeah.
do I do
Sorry.
this? Can I
I
do
always
it?
forget I can do that. I don't know if you can.
Bring it up.
Can you see them?
Bring
If
it
you
up.
just go over them, it says show.
No, mine doesn't do that.
Okay, well, I got it up.
So I agree. Dart has been amazing. With Neighbors, he would have been awesome. Well, amazing is already better than awesome, so it's a pretty stupid comment. But the thing is, it would have elevated Jackson Dart even more. But it's not like whenever Dak was an amazing rookie and he had Ezekiel Elliott with him, which is really what this tandem felt like when you were watching Jackson Dart and Scattaboo. It's not like we're all like, oh my gosh, you know who else is amazing with him? Des Bryant. Des Bryant was a key piece because he opened up the box for Zeke, but it wasn't like we're, blown away by Dez's season. That's how I felt about Malik this year. No way. Fine, I will.
Brett thinks that awesome is better than amazing. Gabe thinks that amazing is better than awesome. Let us know in the comments what you think is better for everyone who
I'm
watches.
asking Alice.
Alice is Gabe's chat GPT girlfriend. Anyways, this is my favorite thing I found while doing all this research. It's about Joey and Anthony.
Whatever. Alice is a hoe sometimes, so it doesn't even matter.
I guess his answer was not what he was hoping for.
All right, where are we?
Anyways,
Joe's hose.
Joey. Yeah, Joe's hose. Joey. Been in the league for 5-6 years, maybe. And And Brett's laughing. He just
Take that laugh all the way to the end of the losers bracket, chump.
Yeah, toilet bowl.
All right, Joe's Hose, great name.
Yeah,
Gomi's
great name.
Homies, great name.
Yep, Gomi's Homies. Both of these guys had really bad seasons. They're in 13th and 14th place. They get a bye to the second round of the toilet bowl, which means they only have 2 chances to win a game and avoid last place, whereas everyone else in this toilet bowl has 3 chances to win a game and avoid last place. Anyways, I'm distracted by the continued comments, but Joey. So there's a couple layers to this. Joey had Saquon Barkley at one point, and he traded him to Anthony for Chase Brown. Last week, Anthony beat Isaiah by 0.08 points. And had he had Chase Brown and not Saquon, Anthony loses that game and is the 14th seed going into the loser bracket. So, and for anyone who doesn't know, in our league, the person who loses the regular season, in this case it's Joey, competes against the person who loses the toilet bowl, and the loser of that ends up getting the punishment.
And they compete outside of fantasy football.
Outside of fantasy football.
As Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
Who can pee the longest. Stuff like that.
Yeah. whatever is decided. So Joey could have avoided.
We really do things the best around here at Fair Play Fellowship.
We do. I mean, each year
everything is thought out.
Each year we think of things we could do better. We always want to improve. But yeah, so if Joey doesn't make that trade, Joey is in 13th, Anthony's in 14th. And the other thing about it is he traded me, George Kittle, and Travion Henderson right before the season ended, basically, because he was like, I need players that aren't on bye so I can possibly win this game and avoid last place. But he lost the game anyways. So had he just kept his good players, he would have had, I mean, he'd still have only 2 chances, but he'd have a better team. So he screwed himself on 2 fronts, got last place, so he's already competing, and now he's running the risk of potentially losing the toilet bowl and having no one to compete against, and he just gets the punishment. That's only happened like one time.
Good way to do it.
So, I love it. It's funny to point at poor Joey, to point that out. Yeah.
Brett wanted to point out that this last year's competition was a basketball
Connect Four.
Tic-tac-toe. Oh yeah, it wasn't tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. Brett, were you even there? It was Connect Four.
Yeah, Connect Four. That was pretty awesome. I mean, Skyler was totally duped on where Bryce was going for that final shot. Yeah, so Bryce landed the Connect Four, and then Skyler got his annual taste of spicy food. It is very late. It is too late.
His annual taste of spicy food. Yeah, it's too late. I mean, let me just quickly read what Joey and Anthony said. I said, why do you think your season went the way it did? Joey said, other than being bad at fantasy. He genuinely said, I know of 2 losses.
Some people can be honest. All right,
yeah.
Go ahead, Will.
He said, I know of 2 losses that could have been avoided by playing a different player, but overall, I just don't think I'm spectacular at fantasy. I've had 1 winning season, and that was last year. He won the whole thing. And you know what, Joey? I agree with you. It was a fluke.
It's more than some guys.
Yeah, that's true. But I told Joey to his face that I thought his win was a fluke. He got so lucky. David Montgomery getting hurt when he did. Jahmyr Gibbs went off in the playoffs, and
I know I've been pooping on Brett the past 15 minutes because he's here with us.
Mm-hmm.
His championship was a fluke. His team was a team of destiny. I
Yeah.
mean, every week that he won, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this bull crap."
Yeah. I mean, I think in the league of the 9, this is our 9th, of the 8 champions we've crowned, there are certainly half of them, I feel like, well, that wasn't expected. And then the other half, it's like, oh, yeah. And I feel, I don't know. I think Joey's was definitely a fluke. I think Anthony's, matter of fact, getting to Anthony, also a fluke. Anthony's like Ethan to me. When he makes the playoffs, it's like, how did that just happen? Like I don't know. Let's see. Anthony's said about his team. Anthony. Well, oh, he just said injuries and a poor first round pick. Ashton Ginty.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
Ashton
true.
Ginty burned a couple people this year.
Yeah, certainly did.
Okay.
Um,
Well, next week we'll come with some of the lore, some of the history, a couple stories probably of things that have happened within our league. Next week predictions and whatever else you want to talk about. Hopefully a couple of the guys will be in here to talk about it.
Oh,
So,
Brett just left. Yeah, I think last thing, I got Joey winning. Oh wait, their game doesn't even count. I forgot to mention that. They're just on a bye. They're just playing each other because they have no one else to play with. So anyways, see you next time.
all right.
Well,
It's so late.
don't forget to ask. Never mind. I'll tell you.